The Consulting Success podcast is powered by the Clarity Coaching Program. If you'd like to work directly with the Consulting Success team and receive personal coaching and support to optimize and grow your consulting business, marketing, and revenue, visit consultingsuccess.com to find out more and apply.
Welcome to the Consulting Success Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Zipursky. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into the world of elite consultants, where you'll learn the strategies, tactics, and mindset to grow a highly profitable and successful consulting business.
Hey, it's Michael here for a bonus solo cast today. And I want to share with you the importance of sharing your values. First, let's go over why it's so important and beneficial for you to share your values. And then I will go ahead and share our values with you so that you can see a demonstration of what this is all about in real life. So let's start off by talking about why sharing your values is so important. And before you can actually share your values, you need to be clear on what it is that you really do value. Some of the values that you have will likely be clear. They'll be top of mind for you, and you're already likely thinking of some of the things that you value as you hear me talking right now. But other values that you have, you'll likely want to think about them a little bit. You'll want to reflect on what do you value most. And as you do that, they will start to emerge and to become clearer for you. And when you're clear on your values, written them down, then you can actually begin to communicate them. It's important that you take some time to think about what you value. Again, some of these will be very apparent and very clear for you. Others, as you ponder this a little bit, give some thought to it and start to look at what it is that you really value and why do you value that. You will then be able to write those down. And then what you want to do is begin to communicate them. And as you do that, as you start to share them and communicate your values in the marketplace, in everywhere that you are present, whether it's through your website or your LinkedIn or your market materials and your content and so forth, what ends up happening is that then in turn you attract clients and people to you who share those values because they resonate with them. Now, on the other hand, if you don't share your values, if you keep them to yourself, if you don't express them, if you don't communicate them, then you're leaving it up to chance that those people that you ultimately want to attract, that you want to bring into your life, you're leaving it up to chance that they will hopefully find out about you. Now, hope is not a good strategy. And so instead, it's much better for you to be intentional with this, to communicate your values so that people that also share those values and that would resonate with your values will then know that you have those values. And because people want to surround themselves with those who share similar values, they will now start to think about you more and come to you more often. And I want to be very transparent with you and tell you that this wasn't always apparent or clear for me. Sam, who's my cousin and business partner at Consulting Success, the two of us spoke about this on many occasions and through many different conversations. And we worked with our own coaches over the years and talked a lot about this. But when it clicked for us, when we really started to see that, we're not doing a very good job of sharing our values or telling our story and putting it out there, what we decided to do was to create our own mini documentary story, which if you go to consultingsuccess.com and you click on the story page at the top of the website, you will see a video where we created this little mini documentary that tells our stories. It shows you and kind of gives you an inside look into where we grew up and what our lives were like and what influences we had and what challenges we faced and some of the successes that we've seen. So it's an inside look into our story where we take some time to give you some insight into our values. And it's amazing how we have seen firsthand that our clients and people in our community, the Consulting Success community, reach out and they tell us that the message, the video really resonates with them, that they saw something about themselves in that video. And so that's an example firsthand of how sharing your values and telling your story can really start to attract the right kinds of people. So here's the key to making this work for you. Number one, get clear on your values and write them down. Don't just keep them in your head. It's best to actually write them down. Number two, make sure that you then go ahead and that you share them. You share them constantly and consistently, because the more that you do, the more opportunity you'll have for those who share those same values to be hooked or to be connected and, to hear or to see your values and therefore want to reach out to you or to engage in conversation with you. And then the next part is, the third is really for you to work those values, work your story, work your message into your marketing, into your content. Don't just put it on your website as, here's our values and hope that that is enough to tell your story. No, instead, really work it into your marketing, work it into your content. And the more that you do, the more that people will, again, know what you stand for, know what you value. And if they share those same values, then they're more likely to engage in conversation with you. So let me go ahead and share our values with you. The first one is family. We value family, spending time with loved ones, building relationships. Sam and I run a family business, and we treat our clients like family. So often people put their business before their family. They sacrifice time with family, and it's not always intentional, but almost always people end up regretting doing that. And we've seen that firsthand over many years in business. In my early years of running consulting businesses, I certainly experienced this and kind of dabbled my toe in those waters until I realized that it's much better to structure your business to support your lifestyle than it is to structure your lifestyle to support your business. And so by putting your family and putting your lifestyle and putting the things that matter to you most at the forefront, then your business can work around that if you set it up strategically. So for us, what we really try and do in our business and help our clients to do is to ensure that their business is structured to support their family and their future and what matters most to them. Another value that we have is health. Physical and mental health, because without health, not much else matters, right? And we value and prioritize exercise, eating healthy, and taking care of our mind and bodies. And that means time for recharging and relaxing, plenty of exercise, fresh air, nature. Overall, creating a feeling of being healthy. Because anytime you're sick, right, you realize how important health is. It can be a common cold, it can be a flu, it can be just anything. And recently, I think a lot of people have been experiencing health challenges all over the world with what is going on. But anytime you're sick, you typically start to have some perspective and some appreciation for how good it is to be healthy. And so putting that at the forefront and prioritizing health, taking the steps to ensure that you can be as healthy as you possibly can be is such a key. And so for us, health is a value, because when you're healthy, you're able to perform at higher levels. You're able to think clearer, to just enjoy life. And so health for us is a massive and very important value. Another one is personal development and mindset. In my book, The Elite Consulting Mind, I shared many stories of consultants who were armed with plenty of tactics and approaches in their business, but what they were missing was the right mindset. What really held them back from realizing their potential and putting to work the tools that they had was their mindset. And so what both Sam and I have found over the years, and so many of our team members also embrace, is this idea of investing into yourself, time for personal development. And that means, again, investing into learning, reading, studying, hiring, and working with our own coaches. It's something that we've done for well over a decade and will always continue to do, because the more that you invest into yourself, the more that you invest into your own personal development and strengthening your mindset, the more powerful you become, the more opportunities you not only see, but you're able to then seize. And life just becomes so much more enjoyable when your personal development and mindset is top notch. And so for us, it's a mindset of abundance, because we've seen that the more that you invest into yourself, the more success that you're actually able to create. And when you combine health and mindset together, you really have a powerful combination to accomplish anything that you want in life. Another value that we have is the world and culture. We respect and value all people. We embrace different religions, cultures, languages. We actually thrive on this. I mean, for both Sam and I, we grew up in different countries. We spent time in many different places. We've spent a lot of time traveling the world, and we always had people around us speaking different languages. They were from different places. They looked different than us, And that's exactly what makes the world and traveling so exciting and intoxicating. Hearing about people's different experiences and beliefs and rituals and cultures, for us, that is fascinating. And we always look forward to traveling and to meeting people from different places. And for us, that is just something that we really do thrive on. Another value is community. We are teachers at heart. We love helping people, empowering people, creating results, and making an impact, and doing it together as part of a community. And it's why we spend so much time working with our clients and creating the community that we have around the Consulting Success podcast that you're listening to right now, and also our Momentum program and our Clarity coaching communities. Because doing things just by yourself can become very lonely, right? Humans thrive on interaction. We thrive on community. And so we really try and embrace this and cultivate and support the community that we have of consultants all around the world at Consulting Success. And another value that we have is around growth and progress. And so while many people think of financial growth, and that's certainly an important aspect of running a business, creating more revenue, more profit, the growth that really matters most to us is progress. It's not staying in the same place or becoming complacent, but always looking at what goals we have, what impact we want to make, how can we improve and make things better for those around us, and then going to work on that and developing a plan around that and working with our team to realize that. It's realizing that potential and making progress that supports and creates the growth that we value most. So what I've done is share with you our values. Go ahead, get clear on your values, write them down, communicate them, and work them into your content and marketing, and watch them resonate and attract the clients and people that you want to work with most.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Consulting Success Podcast. For more episodes and to subscribe, rate, and leave a review, head on over to iTunes. And if you'd like to develop consistent lead flow and a highly profitable consulting business, learn more about our coaching programs at consultingsuccess.com.